Karibu. That's welcome in Swahili. And yeah, that's where we're starting our deep dive today.
It's a great place to start.
We've got this fantastic collection of materials you provided. Articles, research, even personal notes on Swahili greetings. And our mission really is to unpack the rich cultural stuff behind them.
Exactly. It goes way beyond just the words.
Right. It's not just vocabulary. It's about understanding the deep resonance a simple hello carries, especially in East Africa.
That's the core of it.
Forget the superficial phrasebook stuff. We're aiming to go deeper.
Good.
By the end of this, you should have a much better feel for how these basic phrases work within the communities there.
From the really famous ones to the more local, everyday greetings.
Yeah, understanding what to say, but also why it matters based on all this great material you've gathered.
And that's precisely what's so fascinating, isn't it? Your sources really highlight this. Learning greetings, it's not just memorizing words.
No, it feels like more.
It is. It's like the first step to understanding the rules of conversation, the social values.
Okay.
A simple greeting, but when you get the context, it can instantly build, real rapport, respect.
That makes sense.
It's like opening a window into the culture, allowing for, more meaningful, more authentic interactions. Some of those ethnographic studies you included, they show this so clearly.
Absolutely, making that informed first connection. Okay, so let's dive right in, starting with the big one, the one everyone kind of knows.
Ah, yes.
Jumbo. You flagged it, of course. It pops up everywhere, travel guides, pop culture.
It's certainly visible.
And while most people think Jambo just means hello, your research suggests, it's a bit more complicated than that.
It is. It's straightforward on the surface, yes. A very easy entry point.
Right.
But how it's commonly used, that reveals some really interesting sociolinguistic things.
Okay, like what?
Well, one of the historical linguistics papers you shared traces Jambo back. It comes from the Swahili noun jambo.
Okay, Jambo, what does that mean?
It means matter or affair. So originally it was closer to asking what's the matter or maybe any news.
Huh, interesting. So not just hello.
Not originally. Its shift to a generic hello seems to have happened largely during colonial times and with the rise of tourism.
Ah, okay.
And your ethnographic studies back this up. They show it often works as this polite but sometimes a bit transactional way for non-Swahili speakers to connect.
A tourist marker, I think one source called.
Exactly that phrase. It works, it's functional, but it doesn't always carry that deep cultural embeddedness you find with other greetings.
That's a really important distinction. So Jambo is fine. It's polite, especially if you're visiting.
Perfectly acceptable, yes.
But the picture painted by your sources is that it's maybe not the first choice for, Swahili speakers talking amongst themselves day to day.
Generally, no. It often signals you're an outsider, albeit a polite one.
Which sets us up perfectly for the next phrase you highlighted.
Yeah.
The one that's like the real inside scoop.
The everyday one.
This is what your local guides and cultural blogs really emphasized. The greeting you'll actually hear most often between locals is habari.
Yes, habari.
Habari, meaning, how are you? Or, like Jambo originally, any news?
That's right. And it's more than just a casual question.
How so?
Well, the linguistic analyses you pulled show it's really an invitation. It expects a bit more of an exchange. It's fundamental to the conversation.
Okay. And the standard reply is?
Nzuri.
Nzuri, which means, I'm fine. Or maybe, more literally, just good.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. That back and forth habari, Zuri, is far more common in daily life as your sources consistently show.
So this raises an important question then, doesn't it?
It does.
Why the preference? Why habari over the simpler Jambo? What does that tell us culturally?
Well, your sociological research really points to this. It shows a fundamental, almost ingrained interest in the other person's well-being, their current state.
So it's not just a quick hi.
No, it's immediately trying to foster a bit of warmth, a more engaging exchange from the very start. One of the cultural anthropology articles you sent over explores this.
Yeah.
It talks about how this type of greeting inherently builds a deeper connection within the community. It emphasizes care, mutual concern.
That's a great insight, that community aspect.
It's a key insight into the value placed on collective welfare, really.
Makes the interaction feel much more personal, less transactional than maybe Jambo can sometimes feel.
Precisely.
Okay, so building on that idea, specificity, your materials also get into variations of habari, adding another layer of politeness.
Yes, the time-based greetings.
Right. Okay, let's unpack these. These are great for showing Like you're really paying attention, yeah, for bonus points, as one source put it.
Definitely shows more effort and awareness.
So to be precise, in the morning, you'd say,
Habari asubuhi.
Habari asubuhi. Literally, news of the morning, or just good morning.
Correct.
Then for the afternoon.
Habari ya mchana, good afternoon.
Habari ya mchana. Okay. And as evening rolls around.
Habari ya jioni, good evening.
Habari ya jioni. Got it. So the core habari is still there, but you add the time.
Exactly. It adds that layer of specificity.
Your materials also mentioned a nice simple one for nighttime.
Ah, yes. For saying good night.
Usiku mwema.
Usiku mwema. Which means have a good night.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
There was that funny story in one of the travel blogs you included.
Oh, the one about mixing them up?
Yeah. Where the writer accidentally said good morning, habari ya asubuhi, when it was getting dark. And the local person didn't correct them, just sort of smiled warmly and replied kindly.
That really highlights the graciousness, doesn't it? Even if you fumble it a bit, the intention of being polite is usually understood and appreciated.
Yeah, that came across strongly.
And what's fascinating here, culturally speaking, is how these specific greetings show a value placed on, well, precision and communication, but also a respect for the rhythm of the day, the context. Using these instead of just a generic greeting really enhances the politeness.
It feels more thoughtful.
It does. It shows you're engaged with the environment, with the moment, with the person. It deepens that connection right away. It's subtle, but quite powerful.
Definitely adds a richness. Okay, speaking of richness and maybe a bit more energy, here's where things get really interesting, according to your sources.
The informal side.
Exactly. Your more contemporary blogs and personal stories were all buzzing about this one, mambo.
Mambo, yes. Very common, especially in urban areas and among younger people.
It's described as the casual, sort of energetic way to say, what's up, or how's it going?
That's a good equivalent. It signals informality, friendliness right off the bat.
And the response is just as cool, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Poa?
Poa, meaning cool or fine. Yeah, very quick, very easy.
That whole exchange.
Yeah.
Them, mambo,
Yeah.
you, poa. It just sounds so fluid and friendly.
It is. In relaxed settings, it's incredibly common. Your sources are right. It's an instant way to sound approachable. In the right context, of course.
Right, context is key again.
Absolutely. If we connect this back to the social dynamics, mambo and poa are fantastic for creating that friendly, informal vibe instantly.
Breaking down barriers.
Exactly. But understanding that they are informal is crucial. You need to use them appropriately to avoid, well, awkwardness.
So how do you know?
Your sources, especially the ethnographic notes, give good guidance. You'd use mambo with friends, people your own age, maybe shopkeepers, you know.
Okay.
But you probably wouldn't shout mambo at, say, an elder you've just met or in a very formal meeting.
Right. Bad idea.
In those cases, a more respectful habari, maybe with the time of day, is usually the better, safer choice. It's all about reading the situation.
Understanding those social cues.
Which is vital in any new cultural context, isn't it?
Definitely. It's the difference between fitting in nicely and, like that one funny anecdote said, maybe seeming like you've had too much coffee.
Haha, yes, exactly. Overdoing the mambo in the wrong place.
Context, context, context. Your sources really hammer that home.
It's paramount.
So, okay, let's recap then. In this deep dive, we've covered quite a bit. Not just the words Jambo, Habari, Nzuri, Mambo, and Poa.
But the stories behind them.
Exactly. The cultural weight, the history, when and why you use them, all pulled from these great materials you shared.
Hopefully giving a more nuanced understanding.
I think so.
Yeah.
These aren't just, simple vocabulary words. They're like linguistic keys. Use them thoughtfully, and they can unlock much richer interactions in East Africa.
That's the potential, absolutely.
This isn't just abstract stuff. It's real-world application, grounded in your research. And next time, get ready, because we're building on this. We're diving into introductions.
The next logical step.
How to say your name? Ask someone theirs. Without, and I love this from one of your travel journals, without accidentally calling yourself a pineapple.
Oh, you remembered that story. Yes, we
Sure.
definitely need to unpack that one.
We absolutely do. So stay tuned for that. It promises to be quite illuminating.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, a huge asante sana,
Asante.
which means thank you very much to all of you listening and joining us today. And my favorite way to sign off, it just feels right after this conversation. Tutanana.
Tutanana.
See you later.
And maybe just a final thought to leave you with, something to mull over from everything we've discussed.
Please.
Think about how these basic greetings, as all your diverse sources really show, aren't just the building blocks for learning a language.
Right, they're more.
They're windows. Windows into a culture's deepest values. Things like community, respect, that fundamental human connection we've been talking about. So I'd encourage you, just observe. Observe how these seemingly simple exchanges in Swahili, or really in any language, how they shape understanding and build relationships.
That's a powerful thought.
It might even make you think a little differently about your own greetings and farewells day to day. What messages are you sending, maybe without even realizing it?